Now we'll discuss some questions based on the previous topics which we discussed. So let us move on to the question. 20 men can construct a wall in 30 days. That means 20 men are going to construct a wall in 30 days. And what happened? In how many days will 25 can construct the wall? That means in how many days these 25 men can construct the wall? Observe here carefully, sir. So on 20, there is an increment of 5 men. That means, see, on 20 members, I have noticed an increment of 5 men to complete the work. That means I have recorded an increment of 1 by 4 of worker. So as I discussed earlier, if the men increases, working days will be decreased because the work is constant. So to decrease the fraction should be decreased. So to decrease the fraction, I have to add numerator to the denominator. Fraction to be decreased. If the fraction to be increased, I have to keep the numerator as constant and I need to subtract numerator from the denominator. So that point should be noted. So now this can be done as 1 by 1 plus 4. That is nothing but 1 by 5. Now days will be reduced by 1/5 of the part. So that means 1 by 5 into 30 will be decreased. That means how many days will be decreased? 6 days. Now they are asking how many days the workers can construct the wall. So that is 30 minus 6 is equal to 24 days. Am I clear? If it is a quick revision, see 20%, that means see 5% increased on 20. So which is nothing but 1 by 4. So add a numerator to the denominator to reduce the fraction value. So it is 1 by 5. Now 1 by 5 into this 30 gives you 6, that is to be reduced. So 30 minus 6 is equal to 24 days is your answer. Now moving on to the next problem. 36 men can construct a wall in 50 days. In how many days will 30 men construct the wall? Now, 36 men can construct a wall in 50 days. Now, men decreases. What will be happening to the working days? Working days should be increased. If men decreases, working days should be increased because the work is constant. So now on 36, we noticed a decrement of 6, that is nothing but 1 by 6. Now, I need to increase the fraction. The fraction should be increased. That means I have to subtract numerator from the denominator. So, it can be taken as 1 by 6 minus 1, which is nothing but 1 by 5. Now, the work will be increased by 1 by 5. So 1 by 5 of 50 is nothing but 10. 1 by 5 of 50 is nothing but 10. So this has to be improved. So total working days will be 60. Total working days will be 60 days. So this is the model that we covered in terms of a into b is constant or x into y is something which is constant. Moving on to the next model. Next model is about successive percentages. Next model is about successive percentages. What is the term meaning successive? Successive means immediate. Successive means immediate. Immediately next one we call it as a successive one. So what is a successive percentage? If if I buy a pen for 100 rupees, if I buy a pen for 100 rupees, but unfortunately I don't know, I'm not aware of the price. I took 100 rupees to the market, but the shopkeeper told me yesterday there is an increase of 10% on the cost of pen. So I got back to my home. So I calculated that there is an increment of 10% means I know 10% is equal to 1 by 10. 1 by 10 of 100 is 10. So now I took 110 rupees to the market and I asked the shopkeeper to give the pen. But again he said, sir, due to the demand, we increased again 10% of cost. Then I came to home and I noticed now the cost is 110 and they increased it for 10%. That means 1 by 10 into 110, which is nothing but 11. So they increased 11 rupees. So the total cost is 121 rupees. So original price is 100, new price is 121. What will be the increment here? It is 21. So but if you observe, he given two increments of 10% each, but we got 21% increment. So successive percentage can be calculated in this way. This is the basic way to calculate successive increment, that we call it as overall increment. But all the time we cannot calculate by using or by taking 100 as the base value. In some of the questions it can be 16 2 by 3% increment. We cannot calculate it all the time by using 100 as the base value. So a formula is framed out as x plus y plus xy by 100%. It will give you the overall increment percent, in which x is treated as increment, y is also treated as increment. So if the value is increased, we have to consider the symbol positive symbol, that is plus. If the value is decreased or the value decreases, you need to consider the symbol minus. If you went to a closed showroom, the shopkeeper may offer a two discounts of x% and y%. He gave you two successive discounts. What will be the formula now? I've already told you, if increment use plus, if decrement use minus. So in place of plus x, I'm using minus x. You know, you are getting two times of discount. That means this is surely a discount. So if I take minus out, it would be x plus y. Minus into minus is plus. So minus xy by 100% is the decrement. Negative symbol shows decrement. So positive symbol shows increment. Now, what if the value of a product increases by x%, later on decreases by y%? Use the same formula. In terms of increment, use a positive symbol. In terms of decrement, use a negative symbol. So I can write it as x minus y. You know it is plus x. It is minus y plus x into minus y by 100%. This can be taken as x minus y minus xy by 100 to the whole percent. Now here comes the issue. The resultant can be positive or negative, because if I subtract a number from another number, I may get two chances. One is positive chance and the other is negative chance. Let us consider 2 and 5. If I subtract 5 from 2, I will get minus 3 as my resultant. 2 minus 5 is equal to minus 3. If I subtract 2 from 5, I will get a plus 3. So if a subtraction operation is going on, there will be two different types of results. One should be either positive or the other should be negative. So if it is a positive, it is to be treated as increment. If it is a negative, it is to be treated as decrement. As I explained earlier, see, negative symbol indicates decrement. Same logic I have applied to the fundamental rule. See, if it recorded two 10% increment, it means that overall increment is 21%. This can be obtained from the formula, that is a 10 plus 10 plus 10 into 10 by 100 to the whole percent. It can be taken as 20 plus 100 by 100, which is nothing but 21% increase. This is all about percent. Now, if this can be framed, or this can be given names as x and y, our formula has come. So x plus y plus xy by 100% is the formula for successive increment. Successive increment. Now, if we observe carefully, here it is increased, so taken symbol as plus. Here also it is increased, taken symbol as plus. So overall is always increased. If the item increases 2 times, overall it will record increment only. There is no chance of decrement. If a discount of 10% is given to you preliminarily, and again a discount of 20% is given, what would be the overall decrement or increment? There is two chances, right? Sorry. If there is a discount of 10% first, and later on it is 20% discount, what would be the overall percent discount? Don't think that 10 plus 20% is equal to 30%. No, it is not the correct answer. Why it is not correct answer? If I take 100 rupees, I have got 10% discount on 100 rupees. So 10% means it is a 10, discount is minus 10, so I can take it as 90. Now on 90, there is a discount of 20%. There is a discount of 20%. As we know, 20% is 1 by 5. 1 by 5 into 90 is 18. So now how much cost was reduced? 18 rupees was reduced. So it will be 72. See sir, here we have started with 100, ended up with 72. So it results me the overall discount of 28%. Very, 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 very important observation. So if if there are two discounts, we should not add the discounts. We need to use the formula, or we need to consider as a base 100. As base 100. So not all the time it is possible. Not all the time it is possible. So a formula is given to you, that is C. I have already told you, for increment you are using plus symbol, for decrement we will be using minus symbol. So minus x minus y plus minus x into minus y by 100 whole percent. This is the overall decrement. So if you want to go further, this can be written as, if I take minus common from it, x plus y minus xy by 100%. This, what is this minus symbol mean? Minus symbol means discount or decrement. Both are same. Decrement or discount, both the words are same. So this is the formula explanation. See, for the decrement we used the formula x plus y minus xy by 100. X into y or xy, both are same. Doesn't make any sense if I speak x into y or xy, both are same. Doesn't make any difference or sense if I take the other way. If the overall increment, it would be x plus y plus x into y by 100 or xy by 100. So that is the basic explanation of these two formulas.